Okay, now we got a real good lesson for this morning. We have a very important topic today, and this is for like chart 250. So that's a pretty good round number, chart 250. Uh, Open chord zone, long patterns, G string, pattern shortcut. So the first thing that I want to discuss here is, what do I mean by the G string? I mean, no matter where you play this, so it doesn't matter where this is tuned. You could tune this up, you could tune it down, you could tune it, to be higher or lower than having E as your bottom string here. Okay, let's fire up the piano here, and when I'm talking about the G string, I'm talking about this red note right here. Okay, and that's string number 4 from the top that's facing me. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, the 4th string, or the 3rd string from the bottom, which is closer to my feet, okay, or the top string, depending on the context. If we're talking about a bass line, we're going to be talking about the bottom string. If we're talking about harmonics and adding a little melody, we could talk about this as the top string. Okay. If you're just talking about a guitar in general, like it was some sort of a graph or a grid, you could talk about this being the bottom string. But with my guitar grids, I still consider the lowest note the bottom string. So all of the diagrams you're going to see are based like this. The one you see across the top is in that orientation. So the bottom string here, let's go there. Well, it'd be something like this, is what I just showed you. I even have the little strings drawn. So we're going to be talking today about the G string here, and we're going to use a shortcut. So the regular patterns that I've always used, okay, we're going to have a shortcut on the G string out of those patterns. And once we get, say we're working our way from the bottom string up to the top. Okay, so let's look at in the C diatonic. Of course, we don't need the long patterns at all. Everything's open string in the C box. Okay, now I'm not positive if we aren't losing any open strings in the C box. For instance, when we do a barred fourth, there it is. This was some sort of a B. That was a B minor. Sorry. This is the F barred fourth. You gotta use your ear. If it doesn't sounds off, it's minor. So we can go to that F. Well, look, we've barred. We've barred this. That's the leading tone to the F, and that is within the mode. Okay, so the Lydian mode has a leading tone, whereas the Dorian mode has a dominant 7th. Okay, you're really kind of trying to get up there, but it didn't make it. So in the C box there, that I was just showing you how that would work. All right, so today's lesson, okay, again, is the open chord zone long patterns G string shortcut. Okay, so it's not a haircut. Okay, it's not it's not something else. It's the G string, and my point is that this is the G string. G string is defined as the fourth string from the bottom here, okay, or the third string from the top, or in the reverse counting, it would be the string number string number 3 rather, or string number 4. 3 from the bottom and 4 from the top. Okay, or it's 3 from the top or 4 from the bottom. Same thing, right? Are we going in circles? Do we know which string we're talking about now? The G string. No matter what, the G string is defined as, okay, the E, top or bottom. When we take the top or bottom E note here, E pitch, whatever that pitch is, something like this is what this is, right? These two guys here. In that E fret, which is a 1, 2, 3, 4th fret, it's the G note there. That's what we're talking about today. I'm sorry we had to do a big long thing to, you know, make it clear what string we're talking about, okay? My apologies for using this lowest string here as string number 1, because, you know, if I'm looking at octaves, I'm going, here's octave number 1 is the lowest. That's the way that I originally, since I taught myself all this stuff. I'm going to share it with you now. So, night and day, it's been my hobby, and it's become more fun with the charts. So let's get through some of the text here, okay? And it's about these short patterns only occur on the G string when you are playing long patterns from the fretnut capo. Remember, fretnut or capo, it's the same thing. You put a fretnut here, it's like a capo here, it's like putting a fretnut there. You can't play anything below it, so we have to use an adjusted pattern here, which is my long patterns. And they're pretty much similar to the long patterns you'll see in other videos. Matter of fact, I was considering referring somebody to a nice video I saw on the tuning warp, which is really the tuning third between the G string and the B string, which is causing a lot of these adjustments in the patterns, but they can be used to our advantage, and I'm going to show you how that is in a moment.